Hi, my name is Katherine Mcnamara, and this is my tweet out. Holla at me 29. What's the best project you've worked on out of all the projects you've done? You know, that's a really hard thing for me to choose. I'm terrible at favorites anyway, but I don't know, each project brings new challenges and new experiences that really help me to learn and grow as a person and as a performer. I loved working on Broadway. That was probably one of my all-time favorites just because of the people I got to work with and the people who came to the shows every night, who you got to meet afterward. And, you know, getting to play the same character for a year really helped me to find the different nuances and see how different the character could be, you know. So that was probably one of my favorites. Roxy Blue 0123. What was it like filming Girl vs. Monster? I had the best time ever filming Girl vs. Monster. All of the kids, I was friends with most of them before we even started filming, and those that I didn't know I got really close to, you know, during the 2.5-month process. And we just had the best time. You know, most of us were new to Vancouver, so we got to go sightseeing, and we had sleepovers and movie nights and family dinners and celebrated a few holidays together. So we all just got to be such a family. It was wonderful, both on and off set. Shaylee Spot. Kat, how's it like to be working on a Disney movie? I love working for Disney. I love the material. It's so fun and crazy and out there, and you get to do all these, you know, really wacky things in Girl vs. Monster. I think I fall down 2 or 3 different staircases. So, you know, you get to learn new and different things with each project. And, you know, when they say the Disney family, it's true. It really is a Disney family. We all know each other. We all get together and hang out. We see each other at events. And even the adults involved and, you know, everyone who works for corporate Disney, too. It's all just a huge family. I know how to pronounce this now. It's Baukjeg_Courtney. Are you a Democrat or a Republican? And what would you like to change in this world? You know, I am only 16, so I don't even have a chance to think about voting yet. I think, you know, each party has their points, and each party has things that they agree and disagree on, and I'm not sure which way I lean yet, so we'll see. But what would I like to change in this world? One thing I would love to change about the world is that there's so many people out there, adults and kids alike, that feel like they can't be themselves and they have to be, you know, what other people expect of them. And, you know, for me, that's really not the case. In order to really help make the world a better place and to give all that you can, you have to be yourself. There are special things that only you can give. We're all put on this earth for a purpose, and by being yourself, you can really achieve that. S.N. Thompson. Has anyone given you any big words of wisdom yet about acting that have stuck with you? Who and what? You know, when I was on Broadway, I was working with Angela Lansbury, and she has had all the experience you could ever imagine. So she really took me under her wing and taught me so much. One thing that she told me really stuck with me. It sort of goes with the industry, but it also just goes with life. You just have to be yourself. You know, never be afraid to be yourself. Never let anyone make you something you're not. Because you are different than anybody else, and that's what people want to see, especially in the industry. You know, they're always looking for the next new thing, but if you try and be like someone else, you're not going to, you know, ever be that. So just be you. That's my main advice. Austin North fan says, is it true that you will be Cherry O'Keefe in Madison High? I was cast as Cherry O'Keefe in Madison High, and we filmed the pilot. It was so phenomenal. It was supposed to be sort of the next High School Musical sort of thing. It was really neat. Musical show, Disney, it was wonderful. I had the best time filming it and singing and dancing. We had these huge production numbers. But the show's on hold right now, so we'll see if it airs. Smile Like Demi says, who's your celeb crush? I kind of have a story that goes along with this one. When I was in Vancouver shooting Girl vs. Monster, Olivia, Karis, and I all went out for a girls' night, and we went to go see The Lucky One in theaters, which of course is a Nicholas Sparks movie. And after the movie, Olivia realized that Karis and I had never seen The Notebook. So we went back to the hotel, and we had a few hours before we had to go to sleep for the night, so we decided we'd watch The Notebook. And we all, at least I did, I don't know about the other girls, but I absolutely fell in love with Ryan Gosling in that movie. So I have to say my celeb crush is Ryan Gosling at the beginning of that movie when he's flirting with Rachel McAdams. Judy_Sanchez98. What are your hobbies? And will you ever come to New York City and do a meet and greet? My hobbies. I love to bake, I love to read, I love to knit. I love to hang out with my friends and go see movies. Joel Courtney, who's one of my best friends, he and I will go see a movie, and then we do movie reviews for kidspickflicks.com, which is a lot of fun for us. And will I ever come to New York City and do a meet and greet? I love New York City. I lived there for a year. I lived a block off Times Square. It was one of the most incredible experiences of my life, especially coming from a small town in Missouri. So yes, I would love to come to New York City and do a meet and greet. That would be amazing. Mr. Ariana Debbie, what's the biggest obstacle you've ever had to face, and how did you overcome it? I've been bullied a lot growing up, in middle school, and there were people really close to me who used to bully me. And I had to deal with that a lot, and it was horrible. So I guess that would be the hardest obstacle I've ever had to overcome. I'd faced it by surrounding myself with people who build me up instead of people who tear me down. Good friends and my mom and my grandparents and everybody around me. You'll only learn and grow as a person and get to see your full potential if you surround yourself with people who are kind and sweet and really support you. So if you're facing any obstacles, that's how I would overcome it. Proud Kit Kat. Oh, thanks. I was wondering what got her into acting, what inspired to start. I was never an actor when I was little. I was a softball pitcher and a ballet dancer, and I grew up doing that until I was about 12, and then I randomly ran into a family friend who was directing a community theater production and needed a couple dancers. So she asked me to come audition, and I was always the kid who loved trying new things. I figured, why not? Why not try something new? Why not try theater and acting? And from the moment I stepped on that stage on opening night, I just knew. I don't know what it was, I don't know what happened. It hit me like a brick wall. I knew that acting and performing is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, and here I am. At Tino Tormed, if you could have a single superpower, what would it be? I'd have to say invisibility. I love, helping people out in any way I can, so if I were invisible, I could go around and just do random acts of kindness for people, even, without them having to ask or without them even knowing it was me, and I think that would be, one of the best things. I love putting a smile on somebody's face. At Bethany Martin 1, hi, how are you? You're such a great actress. Oh, thank you. And such huge aspiration towards me. Oh. Any tips on acting? Everybody sort of finds their own way in acting. Everybody's different. Everybody has different experiences. And the greatest thing about acting is getting to use the experiences you've had in your life and relate to these roles and, find what you can pull from your life or things you've seen or experiences your loved ones have had that you have sort of seen through them. And to sort of combine those into these characters and just create these amazing people. So that would be my tip to you, is to bring in your own life. Ryan Lee Lover 1. If you had a magic wand, what would you do first? Well, I grew up watching Disney Channel, so the first thing I would do if I was given a magic wand is to make the little mouse ears like they all do on the channel. Andrea Nicoloso, do you have any advice on how I can talk to boys and not be scared or looking like an idiot? Okay, here's the deal with guys. For me, my experience, which hasn't been much, but just be friends first. Honestly, girls can get so caught up in, oh, does he like me, does he not, I have a crush on him, all this, and that's all fine. But friendships last so much longer and so much less drama. So I always try and be friends with anybody and see if anything happens. If it's meant to happen, it will. And if not, at least you have a great friendship. Alexis N_98. Who is your favorite actress and singer? Oh, these are such hard questions. My favorite actress, I have a few. I love Anne Hathaway. I love Viola Davis. I had a chance to meet her at a screening of The Help, and she was so down to earth and so lovely. Meryl Streep. Who doesn't love Meryl Streep? Other favorite actresses? There's so many. Julia Roberts, Audrey Hepburn is one of my favorites, Rita Hayworth, all of the old Hollywood actresses I love. And favorite singers, I love Taylor Swift, I love Bruno Mars, I love Demi Lovato, I love Lady Antebellum. I don't know, I have so many favorites, I'm the worst at favorites. Judy_Sanchez98. Who is your favorite actor or actress, and who would you like to work with on a movie? Gosh, there's so many people I'd love to work with. I'd love to work with Paul Giamatti. I'd love to work with Matt Damon. I'd love to work with Meryl Streep and Viola Davis. And I'd love to work with Julie Andrews. I've always really looked up to her. She's so wonderful. I'd love to work with Steven Spielberg, of course. Who wouldn't love to work with Steven Spielberg as an actor? Gosh, there are just so many. Yeah. The list goes on. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for tweeting. Make sure you follow Geek Nation and follow me on Twitter, Kat_Mcnamara. And thank you so much for all the questions. It's been so great. I love answering all of your questions. And be sure to watch Girl vs. Monster on Disney Channel. Thanks, guys.